this is Fran with Stampendous. And for those of you that are new to doing watercolors and maybe haven't done stamping and maybe haven't made cards at all, I want to give you a few tips here in this simple video. And you may be doing some miniature watercolors and you may choose to frame them, but mostly I'm recommending that our little miniatures become a card that you can give to a friend. And so if you don't have any other kinds of paper making equipment, I want to show you the simplest routine here to take your little painting and make it into a card. And as you can see here, you should be able to find any number of these boxes of cards with envelopes. This one happens to have all of these beautiful primary colors, and this is certainly the least expensive way to go in making some cards, because you should be able to get a good deal and have a variety of different color schemes or things to pick from, and the envelopes come with it, which makes it real handy. And these are all an A2 size that fits card and envelope here that we're looking at. And if you've done your little paintings on this nice weight watercolor paper, the easiest way is simply to do a torn edge. And I like the look of this for my watercolors because it looks like a watercolor's decal edge on the outside. And if you just square it off as best you can all the way around and mount it on a beautiful color like that, that is going to give you a quick and easy card. And then the little sticky squares should be available any number of places. And this is just the super easy way to get a nice shadow as well and finish off a way to highlight or frame your little watercolor. Okay, and there you have it. And I would suggest that with these that you be sure and stamp on the back and sign it so that your friend knows it was beautifully hand done for them. And that can be just as easy as that. If you wanted to glue your painting down flat onto the card, I would highly recommend the Zip Dry, which we think is just the perfect glue. I will show you a couple more things from here if you want to get into some additional options. We often use all colors and these textured papers that are available in an 8.5 by 11 sheet. And if you have options for that, and you can buy single colors at most of the craft stores, then you may need a way to do some cutting. So this is just the simplest sort of a slide cutter, and mine is quite old, but you can see the arm pulls out so that you can do some measuring. And the orange handle, this will just do my cutting, and this one will do my scoring. And most systems tend to do orange for cutting and a black for scoring. So if I'm going to use my full sheet, and again I might have put these on here in reverse order so that I could reach up to the top, but I need to push the paper up against this edge to square it off. And then at 4 1/4, I can score the page all the way down. If I had moved it down here, then I can score all the way up. Okay, then I can turn it and do one cut at 5 1/2. And that is going to perfectly give me 2 cards out of each sheet. I can now fold it easily along that score line and have a nice simple card to frame my little painting. Some of the papers may have a sticker on them, and when that sticker is removed, it may leave a little imprint. And if you are using medium and light color papers, it's easy to stamp on. You get into a darker color, you may choose to do a little white panel on the inside, and I've cut this one just a 1/4 smaller, and then that will cover up a sticker or make a nice place to write my message inside. And then if you wanted to step it up and add a little ribbon, this is an easy option. And what I would do is determine at what level I want the ribbon to sit. And then I'm simply doing a little cut line with a craft knife and a cutting mat so that I can slip the ribbon through and come around. And if you're not good at tying bows, you simply do a little knot and trim the ends. With this one, after doing my little painting, I had wafer dies, and they look like this. They're very lightweight, and this little edge, when pressed, is going to cut through the paper. And I recommend painting first and die cutting afterwards. And to do that, you need to have a machine and these plates and everything so that you can run it through and do your cutting that way. So you may not want to invest in all of that, but chances are you have a friend that has some dies and might allow you to do a little bit of cutting with the system that they have, because there's lots of little concentric dies of all different shapes and sizes, and that will allow you some easy ways to add perhaps little messages and things to your cards. But the easiest certainly is just to stamp on the lighter color paper itself. But on this one, I used a little hole punch and did a couple of holes, and that allowed me to thread the ribbon through. And of course, you can have a lot of fun. Now you can simply do a little torn edge message, and that will work with the style of the other torn paper that you've done. But I just wanted to quickly show you that you might try some other things of painting a bit of color behind it. You can always paint a matching color, and with these little concentric dies, create some nice little messages that could be added very quickly to your cards. So I hope you'll have some fun taking even your first little paintings and making them into a card. Your friends will be so impressed that you made it yourself, and they will really enjoy, I think, if they get an early painting from you and later they get one that's improved, they will be able to track your progress with you. So enjoy giving them away and painting a few more.